other species of life out there, but it's too big for you to understand what it means and what it's for. There's a race of aliens that are the timekeepers, and their job is to make sure that we don't disrupt the timeline or make changes in the timeline that will lead to total annihilation. So that's their job. I think they're called the Andromedans or something. I can't recall. There's a guy who is a medium who, I guess on our show, I guess season 1, and he talked about sitting down and talking with the aliens. They were talking telepathically, but there was someone else in the home who could see them, and they were invisible to people because they were hiding in the darkness. But when they stepped out from the shadows to be seen, you could see them, and they were skinny and grayish looking, and all that stuff, like you would see on television. But my take on that is it's a suit that they wear. Everything you wear, different planets, you wear a suit to breathe the atmosphere that you have. And we have this thing in our nose that allows us to convert the nitrogen and poison of this atmosphere into breathable air. We're not breathing pure oxygen. That's why when you pass out and they put an oxygen mask on, it has a funny reaction to you, kind of woozy from pure oxygen, because you're not used to breathing pure oxygen. You're used to breathing this toxic mix. And the mix is so toxic that when they cut you open for surgery, it makes the polyps grow. It makes the cancer spread. Now, if they put you in a totally vacuumed room, there is no oxygen, you would survive. And the cancer cells will probably die. But they haven't learned that technology yet. They're still going old-fashioned with it. Now they're doing laser surgeries. So, but the abductions are people intervening in the life of their ancestors. The people who are abducting you are your relatives. They know where you would be at a certain time, and in order for them to live longer, they go back into time, which we call going back in time, but it's not. It's going to a time reference. So it's the same concept of going backwards to them because they're already ahead. It's going forward for you to a certain point. And at that certain point, you meet, and that's when you get abducted or being deboarded, so to speak. And they do things to your DNA to help them last long. They're not abducting everybody. In fact, I don't know of any black people who have been abducted because the black people don't have the defects. Or I shouldn't say that shit. I already said it. The black people don't have the defects that white people do when it comes to the absence of the sun. We may not live to see it, but this sun that we have right now will explode maybe 62 years or maybe 92 years, but less than a century. So if you're 30 and 62 years, by the time you're 92, if you live that long with all the crime and killings that's going on, you'll live to see the star die. It'll be like an orange candle that has just been snuffed out, and you'll see a nebula born in its place. How long it takes for a nebula to grow, become a star, I don't know. You need a scientist to figure that out. I don't even think Google can tell you, because I don't think Google was around long enough for the research to see it, to document it. But it has happened before, so maybe Google might know. Ask Google or Siri. But let's say it's a period of 15 to 20 years before the next sun grows. That lack of sunlight will have some type of effect on your pigmentation, and that's why the aliens look grayish in color, because they've adapted to moonlight as their source of light. And when you don't have that vitamin C from the sun, that's what you look like, gray matter, unhealthy. So hopefully that answered part of your question. Let me try to squeeze one more in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yusef. Yusef, yeah, that's how you pronounce that. Dear Dr. Q, I am not a Christian, but I value your opinions and your points of view. When it comes to sexuality, my religion is a no-nonsense religion. But I do know of some Muslim men who are married, but yet carry on a homosexual relationship. Do you believe in the traditional way of the other black churches that all homosexuals go to hell and that homosexuality is wrong? Well, let's go to green on this one. Do you agree that homosexuality is wrong and all homosexuals go to hell?
No. What? No. The hell? No.
So homosexuality
is love freely. God damn it. Oh. Shit. Stuff they come up with this stuff. Go to hell. Everything everybody does, go to hell. Like, come on. I hate that thing. If you do this, you go to hell. If you do that, you go to hell. If you do this, you go to hell. If you touch yourself, you go to hell. If you pooped near a plant, you go to hell. Come on, stop. Everything we do, we go to hell.
I gave the same answer for all the questions. If your religion states that you don't supposed to do it, then don't do it. I don't understand why people have to be stuck in a religion that's not accommodating to you. There's other religions out there. Go and join another religion. It's just like trying to join the club, and the club says no blacks or no whites, and you still trying to insert yourself in something that was established that it wasn't for you. Find another club. Simple as that. Easy fix. Find another club that's accepting. Now, you do have some of these churches called gay churches or the inclusion movement. Fine, if that's where you want to go. But just make sure, every church is there for a purpose. And if the purpose suits why you're there, if you're going to church because you want to be accepted for being gay, then find a church that is accepted for being gay. I'm not going to church for gay or straight. I'm going to church for the word. So and I'm not there to socialize, So when you go to churches where they're like, get up and hug 3 people, I don't do that. No. I don't know you. I find it very inappropriate for worship to get up and hug 3 people. I don't even do that. Now, during fellowship time, after the service or after the benediction, get up and hug 3 people. Sure, you're on your way out. Praise and worship, that's in the evening time. I don't believe in praise and worship during the daytime. Devotional services during the daytime. I get these Bible verses from testimonies. The dancing ministry, the mimes, that's in the PM service. Don't take away from the worship. Walking around leotards for worship. No. PM service. But see, I'm old school. I'm leaving things to be done by the book and by the Spirit, not by shenanigans and foolishness. So you wouldn't be welcome in my church because you want me to accept you. I'm a man. This is for God to accept you. I'm not your God. I would simply be the pastor or the vessel chosen by God to lead you to accept it. But if you can't accept yourself, you're looking for man to accept you, it's hopeless. So that's all I can say. I mean, I've been in churches where little gay boy on the choir shaking his ass and dancing around. That's not my place. That's the choir director. Now, if I'm looking at him for too long and he think he up there playing, I'm going to sit his ass down. Young man, come here. What are you doing? And once upon a time at Solid Rock, it seemed like all the choir members was gay. You know, lesbian, she could sing her ass off. You had the gay boy shaking his ass. But everybody has a story. Now, if he can't help jiggling and jiggling, he can't help it. But if he's trying not to jiggle or jiggling, fine. Be respectful. Only because the choir stand is surrounding the pulpit. I don't like people playing the pulpit. Now, if the choir stands was on the floor, I don't care what you're doing. Just stop making a spectacle of yourself. That's why I couldn't stand Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones would be up there with the blonde-haired niggas be up there dancing. Woohoo! Ahoo! I said, oh, shit, what kind of shit is this? So I stopped watching. Now you got to be gay, and then you got to throw it in everybody's face. Trying to sing gospel, but you actually showboat. Got long fingernails on one hand. What in the blue hell? That's not of God. You're taking the attention. I can't even focus on the singing for the spectacle. You might as well dress in drag. You're halfway there. At least then it won't be a distraction, because then they just think it's a drag queen on the choir. Instead of some man with a blonde wig and nails trying to be a Little Richard. Woo! Woo! That's not even part of the song. Ain't no woo-woo in the song. It makes to burn me up with Bobby Jones. So I couldn't deal with him no more. That's why I stopped dealing with BET altogether. Every Sunday, Bobby Jones gospel. Well, he's singing no gospel. He up there trying to sing and got all these sequin outfits. It's all about money. See, I don't deal with that either. Paul Morton got up on TV talking about he wanted to talk to what's the guy that was messing with the children? Eddie Long. Talk to me, brother. I'm here for you. If anything you need to talk about, talk to me. Now, you're on national television having an outcry about you want the man to talk to you. First of all, the same gay boat he in, you in it too. So stop acting like you're the exception with all the wigs and stuff that you wear. Sometimes he go out bald head, but most of the time he got that Jerry curl wig, You ain't got the moral